inside and close the blinds, lock your doors, turn off the lights, put a piece of tape over your laptop camera, and leave your smartphone in the other room. You are standing in the dark, in the center of your own home. You think you are completely, totally invisible. You think you are finally alone. But what if I told you that the very air around you is actively mapping your exact physical location? What if the invisible waves connecting your television to the internet are simultaneously tracing the shape of your body, monitoring your heart rate, and tracking your every movement through solid walls? Today, we are exposing a technological breakthrough that sounds like science fiction, but is actually a terrifying reality sitting quietly on a shelf in your living room. We are talking about Wi-Fi sensing, and why the concept of a private, closed room no longer exists. Before we dive into the invisible radar system that is currently tracking you inside your own home, I need to ask you for a quick favor. I investigate these technological blind spots because I believe you have the right to know what is actually happening behind the closed doors of Silicon Valley. If you want to protect your privacy and stay ahead of the surveillance curve, please hit that subscribe button. We are building a community of people who refuse to be monitored in the dark. Now, let's talk about how they turned your router into a camera. For years, we have been warned about hackers hijacking our webcams. We learned to cover the lenses. But technology evolved. The researchers at major universities and tech corporations asked a dangerous question. How do we see people without cameras? The answer was already in every single house in America. Your Wi-Fi router. Think about how a submarine uses sonar, or how a bat uses echolocation. They send out a wave of sound, and when that wave hits an object, it bounces back. By measuring how the wave bounces, they can see the shape of the object in complete darkness. Your Wi-Fi router does the exact same thing, but with radio waves. Your router is constantly flooding your house with invisible signals to keep your phone, your smart TV, and your laptop connected. These waves pass through walls, but they bounce off water. And what is the human body made of? We are essentially bags of water walking around a dry house. Recently, cybersecurity researchers demonstrated something that completely terrified the privacy community, using nothing but standard, off-the-shelf Wi-Fi routers, exact same ones you have in your house right now. They were able to capture the physical movements of people inside a closed, windowless room. The Wi-Fi waves bounced off the humans, returned to the router, and an artificial intelligence algorithm translated those bounces into real-time, 3D moving skeletons on a computer screen. The AI was so precise that it didn't just track where the people were walking. It tracked the exact position of their arms and legs. It could tell if a person was sitting, standing, or falling. It was sensitive enough to detect the micro-movements of a human chest, expanding and contracting. The router was measuring their breathing rate and their heartbeat through a solid brick wall. Now, the tech companies are defending this. They are calling it a smart home revolution. They claim this technology, officially known as the IEEE 802.11bf standard, will be used for your safety. They say it can monitor elderly people to see if they fall in the bathroom without needing invasive cameras. They say it can turn off the lights automatically when you leave a room. It all sounds so convenient, doesn't it? But convenience is the ultimate Trojan horse. What happens when this technology is monetized? Imagine your landlord installing a commercial Wi-Fi router in your apartment. They don't need cameras to know exactly how many people are sleeping in the unit. They know what time you go to bed. They know what time you wake up. They know exactly how much time you spend in the bathroom, or sitting on the couch. And what about the hackers? What about the stalkers? In the past, if someone wanted to spy on you, they had to stand outside your window in the bushes. Today, a sophisticated predator simply needs to park a car down the street, capture the ambient Wi-Fi signals leaking out of your house, and run them through a machine learning algorithm on their laptop. They can watch your 3D skeleton move from the kitchen to the bedroom. They know exactly when you are home, exactly where you are standing, and exactly when you are fast asleep. They can see right through your walls. This isn't a theory for the year 2050. The algorithms to translate these radio frequencies into physical maps are already published online. We are blindly filling our homes with devices that emit these signals. Smart speakers, smart thermostats, smart refrigerators. We are building our own invisible panoptic. Every device is pinging, mapping, and measuring. We have spent the last 10 years worrying about what we type into our keyboards and what we say near our microphones. But we are entirely unprepared for a world where our very physical existence, our breathing, and our posture are being silently recorded by the little blinking box in the hallway. I want you to look at your router. It is probably sitting there right now, silently flooding the room with invisible light. Does it make you feel safe, or does it make you feel exposed? I want to hear from you. After learning about Wi-Fi sensing, do you look at your smart home devices differently? Is the convenience of automated lights worth the absolute destruction of your physical privacy? Let's have a real, human conversation in the comments below. If this video gave you a wake-up call, hit the like button and share it with someone who thinks covering their webcam is enough to stay safe. Turn off your router when you sleep. Protect your space, and I will see you in the next one.